It is wet and miserable out there. Yuck.
Hi guys, today I'm going to be making a video on how to make your own paintbrush set in Clip Studio Paint. So this is something I really want to do for a while now. I'm finally getting around to it, so I'm quite excited, and I hope you can follow along and it's not too tricky to do so. Otherwise, if it is, just Google online like how to make your own paintbrush set. You can use whatever platform. I'm using Clip Studio, however you can also use Photoshop if you like, and other platforms too, like Procreate probably. Anyways, I'll also be showing a little time lapse of an illustration that I've just finished of a lemur. So yeah, we got that too in the video, just at the end. So yeah, fingers crossed all goes well, and hope you enjoy. Let's get started. So I started by deciding on which brush I wanted to use, and I decided that I kind of wanted to make a felt tip brush. So I went on with this idea and chose like a base brush to begin that I would use to edit with and change it and customize it into my own unique brush, essentially. I potted around for ages thinking of what settings I wanted to change, how I was going to change them, yada yada yada, blah blah blah, and got absolutely nowhere. And I tampered around with the settings for what felt like ages really, and yeah, pretty much got nowhere, and that was it. So something had to be done. I needed to brainstorm and consolidate and think of a battle plan to actually make this work. But yeah, this is me just carrying on, going absolutely nowhere really. So yeah, that was fun. So as you can see, it started off really badly. I struggled and was just going back and forth, like really figuring out where all these little buttons that I needed to find and little prompts that I was looking for, and it didn't go so well. Hey ho, we move. Eventually I got it. So let's get back to I had a break, but we'll get back to the video. But yeah, I decided it was a bit of time to take a step back and just go to doing a bit of a puzzle, and that's what I did. I've gotten the orangutan done, most of it, and I've also done some on bananas that he's picking, and where he throws banana leaves. I've done a bit of that, so I'll show you right now. Sorry if I'm not focused, but at least you can focus on this. So that's as far as I've got. There's the bananas, I need some more pieces. There's the banana leaves that he's throwing down. And that's the picture that it's going to come out like. By the way, if anyone wants to read the book, it's called Terry Pratchett's Discworld. See you in a bit. Okay, so I'm back, and yeah, relaxed a bit. The puzzle took my mind off things, so he came back to the desk and had just like a fresh mind about getting on with the task that I wanted to do and create my brush set. So although that first brush, I did eventually get to it and figure it out, but I'll show you the next few brushes that I did, and they were of some tree or like shrubs, kind of like just brush strokes, so that when you do the brush stroke, a tree would appear on the canvas. So I started off by looking through some PNGs online. I was going through like different Google image searches and trying to locate the trees that I really liked and that really felt just like I would use them. I could see myself like using them in an image. So I would like, if I was doing like, for example, an environment, I would like that kind of tree because it would maybe more apocalyptic or like a single tree. And those are the kind of trees I went for, just things that were different. So I went for 5 in the end, but they were all different and had their own unique kind of characteristic. And yeah, this is just me basically going through them. So yeah, at the beginning, it's advisable to make, for example, if you're doing this tree kind of image, and from all the brushes that you're going to create, you want to use as much of the square as possible. Remember that the square is going to be a 1:1 ratio. So use maybe a high definition. For more high definition, I would say around 1000 pixels by 1000 pixels is good. And then you want to click on the register material tab under the edit menu. So go to edit menu and click on register material. From there, make sure you tick the box that says use the brush tip or shape. So make sure you tick use the brush tip shape, and then maybe name the material name. I called this one treetops. After that, make sure you locate which folder you want, which creative folder that you've created you want to save it in, so that you know where to find it when it comes to the next stage. And I saved it in Fembay's brush pack. Then click OK. After you've done that, you can go to any brush whatsoever. It really doesn't matter. I choose the simple brush, which you didn't have to tweak settings. I'll tell you why I did that. So I choose Fembay's felt brush, which I just made, and duplicated the subtool. Before you duplicate it, make sure you name it the new brush you want to name it. So I called it Treetops. A Treetops 1 underscore 1. You can even choose which tool icon you would like to have it under. I kept it in India ink, and then click OK again. That has now created the new brush. However, there are some settings we want to tweak, and so if you click on the Treetops brush, and after you've clicked on it, go to the little wrench tool in the properties tab. Make sure you get to that little wrench tool, and then under brush shape, click material. Search for your created material that you've just made in the folder, and then hit OK. This assigns the brush tip, sorry, not brush shape, the brush. Go to the brush tip folder and assign the material and find it, and then save it. Save all the settings as default, and that is basically it. As you can see, I'm using it. It's white, but now I changed the color and it's now going to be dark. And you're pretty much done there, and that is how you create your brush. As you can see, there was a few settings that I had to tweak, and they were really hard to find because I just wanted one stagnant tree shape. So that was a bit tricky, and it took me ages to find it. I soon gave up and went and created more brushes because it was okay to do, and eventually got there in the end. You see, as I'm still just trying and trying. But yeah, once I made all the other brushes, I figured out which settings were wrong. And yeah, these are now the brushes that I created. So as you can see, there are 6 of them that I made. And I also made, this is, I'll show you, is the first brush that I made, and it's more of like it's kind of like a felt tip kind of brush, so it's got a very smooth stroke, and I was primarily planning on using this brush for shading and colouring and painting, so that's why it's got that smooth kind of smoothness to it, and I like the fact that even the edges are all very rough, so that it can get that painterly effect, say if you're painting skin or you're painting clothing, fur. It's quite versatile. It's just a it's just a very good brush, felt brush. So I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. I know I did. It was actually a really cool process to try from start to finish. I really recommend that you give it a go, because it's really nice when you got your own brushes and it's easier to find them. You know, they're all in the same folder or subtools folder, and yeah, it's really cool to do it. So please go ahead, and now I'm going to show you the illustration that I did of the lemur. I'll quickly just show you a time lapse because the video is getting a bit long, and leave your comments in the comments below of what you think. Thank you. Let's get on to the time lapse. This is me saying bye.